Hello, everyone, and welcome to our midweek thought. I'm Juliet, and I'm the curate here at St Matthew's Church. There's a lot in the media at the moment about the links between mental health and social media. I listened to an interview with a GP recently who said that a young person came to her feeling very depressed. The GP now asks, as a matter of routine in these cases, how much time her patients spend on social media. This young person said they spent 10 hours a day scrolling through posts in places like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. 10 hours. And the problem with social media is that you usually just see the best of people's lives. If they've gone on holiday, you see everyone laughing and having fun. You see their lovely homes, their new clothes, the fabulous night out that they had. Spending 10 hours a day looking at everyone else's shiny, happy lives would definitely have a negative effect on anyone's mental health. The problem is that no one has a shiny, happy life, really. People don't post about the arguments that they had on their holiday, their financial worries, the fact that their new clothes were actually bought half price, they're miserable at work, or that they're maybe in an abusive relationship. Instead of seeing people's whole lives, you're comparing the reality of your own life with the facade of someone else's life. Eleanor Roosevelt once said that comparison is the thief of joy. I have this quote as my email signature because when I first heard it, I was struck hard by how incredibly true that is. I would spend a lot of time on Facebook and begin to find myself feeling quite miserable because I would compare myself and my life to the lives of others on Facebook. Again, their shiny, happy lives were amazing compared with my boring, dull life. Whenever I compare my life to others, I lose some joy and I gain jealousy. Not a good thing. The Bible takes it one step further, not just comparison is the thief of joy, but instead of avoiding comparing our lives to others, the New Testament talks about finding contentment in our own lives. In Philippians, the Apostle Paul says, I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Paul knew what he was talking about. He'd been beaten up, shipwrecked, made a prisoner. He'd had times when he'd had plenty to eat and nice clothes to wear, and he'd had times when he had nothing. In all these things, he had somehow found a way to be content through the God who gave him strength in everything. In the book of Timothy, Paul goes further. He says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Godliness with contentment. Wow. He goes on to say, for we brought nothing into the world and we can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. In this passage, he focuses on the one thing that can cause most unhappiness: money. Those who have it and those who don't can be unhappy. Many people always think, if I just have a little bit more, then I'll be happy, then I'll be content. But Paul says the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, and that those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap. It's so easy to get ensnared by money. As we can see, some of the wealthier people in our world definitely don't seem to be the happiest. Finally, in the book of Hebrews, the author picks up this focus on the problems of money and says, keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have, because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. And this is one of the keys. God is with us whatever circumstance we find ourselves in. No matter how much we have, someone will always have more than us. No matter how little we have, someone will always have less. We don't need to be comparing ourselves with others or searching for more money. We need to keep our eyes focused on God, with thankful hearts for what we have been given, rather than wanting more money so we can afford that nice holiday abroad which our neighbours have had. My prayer is that we will all, with God's help, find contentment. May you find contentment this week. Take care and God bless.